up, everybody? Jason Burmis here on another beautiful day here in upstate New York. Let's talk Facebook. Let's talk 50,000 remote workers. And let's talk about the death of Silicon Valley and the Tech Valley altogether. Okay, because let's be honest, it's oversauce. So Zuckerberg just said that half of his workforce, 50,000 people, will now be working remotely from home from now on. We've already seen similar moves at big tech companies such as Twitter, and I'm going to tell you why this is extremely alarming. It's not just the death of Silicon Valley, of, tech areas where people have moved, etc., because that's certainly part of it, right? It's not just the decentralization of a workforce. It's a transhumanist agenda that is getting you ready for universal basic income, automation, and letting you know as a human being, you're worthless. You're crap. You're done. We don't need you. We don't need you. And it's through these tech overlords that they're going to promote it. Well, everybody's sitting there on Facebook and bitching and moaning and posting memes and, doing their TikToks, etc. They're signing their digital death warrants, whether they realize it or not. Benefits in this country have already been cut. Pensions have been gutted. And the market is currently being propped up by nothing but Johnny nonsense, right? All these tech companies, or companies in general, on the NASDAQ, on the Dow, that are going to claim a profit this year, that's by firing a bunch of people. Okay, that's by putting people on a unemployment system that in many cases is paying people way more than they would get for working. Does that seem right to you? Does that seem correct to you? Huh? Bueller? Anybody listening? Thumbs this video up. 45 watching, 13 thumbs up. So let's talk about it, okay? You got Musk right now saying that he is going to leave California, take Tesla either to Texas or to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma itself is trying to get him to move there. Obviously, you would have plants and more jobs there, etc. But as you see that happening, you see these tech companies that do have, established offices on the West Coast in Silicon Valley saying, no, it's okay, you can work from home. But the thing is, more and more of those jobs of people that are working, whether it be in the social media aspect, in other words, advertising for Google, posting ads, etc., all that's going to be automated, man. All that's already automated to a point where they're using their artificial intelligence tools in algorithms, not just to suppress free thought and speech, but to maximize profits. We've been talking about the Joe Rogan Spotify deal, $100 million, and how I've said that's a positive thing because it creates competition. But at the end of the day, Spotify is the bastard son of Napster being commercialized. And from what I understand, Microsoft are the ones that now own Spotify and have owned it for a while. So it's not like Microsoft at some point won't clamp down with their iron digital fist either. That's a really big possibility. I'm not saying that, they're going to be without fault. But when you talk about automation, when you talk about getting people on the dole, right? What companies are doing well? Amazon's shooting through the roof. And they've already got so much automation in your face. That's not even new. Automation is coming more and more and more. And Joe Biden, put something out where he said that he wants Amazon to pay taxes. That's a front, dude. Joe Biden doesn't care about Amazon paying taxes at all. And you got to ask yourself, all you MAGA people, why Trump really talked about the good people at Google and the good people at Amazon during this COVID crisis, right? In the press conferences, he was openly working with them and talking about how great they were, the best thing since breakfast. And it's not surprising to me, because it's not just media organizations that Bezos owns. It's not just Blue Sky and we're going to space. They're not going to fucking space. They're putting up slave trackers, That's what those satellites are. That's what Musk is doing with SpaceX. Slave trackers. Satellites, okay? By the way, there's some news out there that Earth's magnetic field has weakened and changed in such a manner that a lot of these satellites and spacecraft are malfunctioning. I think that's really interesting. Shows you that nature's a bitch, and you might think that you have everything worked out, and then the cosmos will hit you, change everything up. But, you know, Biden doesn't care about them paying taxes. They're never going to pay taxes. Not when they're running the data systems for the National Security Agency. Not when they're in bed with the government. Again, these are not private corporations anymore. These are an extension of the predator class's media, military, industrial complex. And when we talk about predictive programming, I think that we should bring up, for instance, Westworld, right? And this automated, digitized society. A lot of people saw the video of Spot, the DARPA robot, out in Singapore, coincidentally, where the real world exists in Westworld Season 3, where they leave the park and they're in Singapore. And, you know, the main character, Caleb, has a working partner in construction who's a large robot, right? And there's a lot of automation. And transhumanism is really the theme of that show, right? And everybody's beholden to an app, and an artificial intelligence controls the way we think, talk, speak, interact, and work. Okay? And in Thailand, that DARPA robot is walking up to you and telling you to remain 1 meter away from other human beings so that we can remain safe. What? What? Don't touch another human being. Don't shake another hand. Don't express yourself as a sentient human entity. Don't have empathy. Don't have apathy. Don't take action. Don't go out in the streets with a multitude of people and protest. Those are the messages that are clearly being sent to all of us. And, you know, that's why I'm out of this state, man. When they're employing 17,000 contact tracers in this state and utilizing tools from Michael Bloomberg in the testing arena. Again, another one of these unelected predator class people. I don't even know how he was the mayor of New York. He was awful when he tried to get up on that national stage and debate. I mean, as cringeworthy as anybody could be, yet, oh, we want Michael Bloomberg. Oh, we want the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What? We want people that run a corrupt foundation that is really essentially just something to deflect any type of criticism and any type of taxes. It's a money laundering haven. You can't tell me that's not what the Rockefeller Foundation is. You can't tell me that these people don't understand that if they appear to be philanthropic, they will get away with more. And it makes me sick. It makes me ill. We live in the upside down where they let out convicted sex criminals and child molesters from prison, yet a few people in New Jersey want to go hit their gym and we'll arrest them and throw them in jail. People want to get a haircut and they can't, we'll go after the salon owners. We'll demonize all those people. We don't want people out in the sun getting vitamin D that's healthy. We want them staying in our house, and if they're outside, they gotta wear a mask, they gotta be 6 feet away, and they gotta be in full fear mode. No thank you. Fuck that. No thank you. So guys, that's why we're getting ready to leave this state and check out the rest of the country and really find out where the freedom lies. Because, you know, we are gonna be living in a much more decentralized country. Unfortunately, that decentralization is not here to empower people through technology, which it could be. It's here to enslave them and get them even more on a government dole. Because believe me, if you think you're going to be part of that UBI system that they put into place without jumping through hoops, without taking government-mandated vaccines, you're wrong. And that'll be the thing. They'll be like, all right, well then don't do it. We're not going to give you that UBI. You're going to be $24,000 behind all these other people that aren't even working. What? What? And by the way, they're not even, these proposals, they're not even for just U.S. citizens. They say U.S. residents. So they want to give people not only the incentive to be illegals here and get free money, but encourage more people to cross the border illegally and get free money without working at all. At all. That should work. That won't just be hyperinflation and control. Give me a break. So guys, if you can support me, the GoFundMe link is underneath. $5, $10, $15, big donors. Means the world to me. Please go check out my Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, Alex Jones video from last night. Breaks down, you know, I guess the inside baseball into the Spotify deal with Joe Rogan, the ins and outs. You know, what Alex Jones said on his show, and then what Joe Rogan said to Tim Pool last night while Pool was streaming live on his Tim IRL podcast. Definitely worth a look. Remember, I'm a documentary filmmaker. All my documentaries are free. Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, and New World Order Defined, Loose Change, Final Cut, and of course Shade the Motion Picture are available free in the documentaries playlist section. Check them out. Much love to everybody. We'll see you a couple times more today. I love you. See you on the flip.